Hello students, we are doing chapter number 7 limit. In the previous class we have seen some methods to find out the limit of the function, and I have also discussed about the method of rationalization. So in this class we will see some examples to how to do this method. So I am doing problem number 1, which is given on page number 142. Evaluate limit x tends to 0 under root of x plus 1 upon x minus 1 upon x. Okay, I have already told you that to find out the limit of any function, the first step will always substitute the value of its limit, right? If you are getting a non-infinity number, that means your limit is simply exists. Okay, but if you are getting 0 by 0 or infinity, right? So in that case you have to apply certain methods to get the answer. Now here also I have told you when do we use rationalize method. If you have a root involved in your function, okay, so to eliminate that root we use rationalize method. So here we have root x plus 1 minus 1. So rationalize means what? We have to multiply and divide this function by under root x plus 1 plus 1. Okay. So we have to take opposite side. Then we will write multiply and divide. Numerator, multiply and divide by root x plus 1 plus 1. Okay, I am using plus 1 because here minus sign is there. So here it will become okay. So here we have got a minus b, a plus b. So the formula for a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square, right? So here it will be root x plus 1 the whole square minus 1 square upon x into this term. And we do have limit as well. Okay, now if you apply square, so here the square root will go away. It will get cancelled with square. Minus 1 upon x root x plus 1 plus 1. So this and this will get cancelled. You will left with x. Now this x and this x will also get cancelled. So we will left with apply x tends to 0. So here it will be root 1. Root 1 plus 1, that is 2. So the answer is 1 upon 2. So this is how we use rationalize method. We do another problem of this type. Okay. So the problem number 2, or we'll solve problem number 3. Problem number 2 is for your homework. Problem number 3 is evaluate limit x tends to 4 x square plus x minus 20 divided by okay. So we'll rationalize it. Okay, so I have multiply and divide by this term with plus sign. So in numerator, the term will remain as it is. In denominator, we'll get x square minus 7 whole square minus 25 minus x square whole square. Okay. So here we will left with see this x square and plus x square 2x square 25 and 7 it will be 32. Okay. So 2x square minus 32 in denominator. So if you take 2 common, then you will left with x square minus 16, right? See, if I take 2 common, so here it will be x square minus 16. So x square minus 16 can be written as x square minus 4 square, right? X square minus 4 square, that is x minus 4, x plus 4. So I am directly write it down as, I hope this is understood. Okay, and also here the quadratic equation is there, so we take factorization of that, right? So minus 20, 5 fours are 20, but we need plus sign here and minus sign here. So x plus 5, x minus 4. This term as it is. Okay. Now here x minus 4 and x minus 4 will get cancelled. Yes. Now we can use x tends to 4. We'll apply x tends to 4 in this. So we'll get 4 plus 5 which is equals to 9 into 16 square, 4 square, that means 16 minus 7. 16 minus 7 it is equals to 9. Under root 9 plus under root of 25 minus 16, that is again it is equals to 9. Divided by 2 into 4 plus 4, that is 8. 8 into 2 it is 16. Now root 9 is 3. 3 plus 3 it is 6. 6 into 9 which is equals to 54 divided by 60, right? Or we can write this as, this is equals to 9 into 6 divided by 2 into 8. So 2 ones are 2 threes are 3 nines are 27 upon 8. So the answer is 27 upon 8. Okay. So this is how the rationalized method can be applied. Now we'll start another point, that is a limit of a trigonometric function. Okay. Till now we have solved the limit of the polynomial or limit of the function, rational function. Now we will see how to find out the limit if the function involves trigonometric values, trigonometric functions. Okay. So we have some standard formulas for that. We'll see that. So if you have function sin x, and limit of x tends to a, then you can directly substitute the value of x as a. Its answer will be sin a, and similarly for the cos a. Okay, no need to do anything. So this is the first two formulas. Now the next theorem is, we will just use its statement. We are not going to see its proof for as of now. Limit theta is equals to 0, sin theta upon theta is equals to 1, where theta is in radian, measure in radian. That means if you have sin theta upon theta, then and theta tends to 0, then its limit will always equals to 1. Okay, and theta should be in radian. So this is the very useful formula. Similarly, we have 7 corollaries based on this theorem. The proof of theorem is given in the textbook, but we are not considering that for this examination, as we have less time, right? We have to complete lots of syllabus. So we will just use this statement, limit theta tends to 0, sin theta upon theta is always equals to 1. Now there are some another formulas related to this theorem. We will consider them as a corollaries. We will see one by one and then we will solve example. So it is given on page number 145. As we have seen, sin limit theta tends to 0, sin theta upon theta is 1. So you can reverse that. Limit theta tends to 0, theta upon sin theta is also equals to 1. You can reverse the function. Okay. Second, same thing is applicable for tan theta as well. Okay. And you can also reverse it. Now, the next one is limit theta tends to 0, sin p theta upon p theta is equals to 1, where p is any constant. Okay. So if you have 2 theta, 5 theta, like that, then only its answer, then also its answer will be equals to 1, where p can be any constant. Okay. Same thing for tan theta. And also you can reverse it. P theta upon sin theta will also equals to 1 and p theta upon tan theta will also equals to 1. So these are 7 corollaries which is given on page number 145. Okay. Now we will solve some example based on trigonometric function. So I am doing problem number 2, which is given on page number 105. Evaluate limit x tends to pi upon 4 cot x minus 1 divided by cosec square x minus 2. Okay. Now we will use some trigonometric identities which we have seen in chapter number 2nd and 3rd of part 1, right? We have seen lots of formulas and we know that how to deal with trigonometric. So we will apply the formula of cosec square x, which is equals to 1 plus cot square x. Okay. So 1 plus cot square x minus 2. Now here the 1 minus 2, it will be minus 1. So cot square x minus 1 of the it will be of the form a square minus b square, right? So we can write them as it will be cot x minus 1, cot x plus 1. So minus minus term will get cancelled. Now apply the formula, apply the limit. Cot pi upon 4 plus 1. So cot pi is 1. 1 plus 1 it is 2. So the value of the function is equals to half. Now we will see second problem. See, I am doing problem number 4th, which is very easy. Okay. Limit theta tends to 0, sine 7 theta upon theta. We know that limit theta tends to 0, sine theta upon theta is value is equals to 1. But here 7 theta is there and we need 7 here. So what we have to do? We have to multiply and divide denominator by 7. This only you have to do. Okay. Right? So we'll take this 7 out of the limit because this is the constant. So here it will be 7. It will come into numerator, right? We know that the value of this is equals to 1. So answer will be 7. You have to mention the reason, since limit theta tends to 0, sine theta upon theta is equals to 1. Okay. You have to mention the result. So this type of problem can be come in the MCQs or can be come for 1 marks. Okay. Now we'll solve problem number 6, page number 146. Limit x tends to 0, evaluate limit x tends to 0 2 times sin x minus sin 2x upon x cube. Okay. So here if you put x is equals to 0, you will get infinity. So what we will do, first of all we will apply the formula for sin 2x. Which is 2 times sin x cos x, right? Now you can see 2 sin x and 2 sin x is common between them. So we'll take out. So we're left with 1 minus of cos x upon x cube. Now what we will do, we know that the value of limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x is equals to 1. So we'll give 1 x to this term and x square to this term. So take 2 common, 2 out of the limit because it is constant. Limit sin x upon x into limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos x upon x square. I have split this x cube as x into x square. Now the value of this is equals to 1. So 2 times 1 into, right? Limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos x upon x square. Now here we cannot use any formula further. Therefore, what we will do, we have 1 minus cos x. If you apply 1, if you multiply it by 1 plus cos x, then we will get the term 1 minus of cos x square x. That is, it will become sin x, right? So we will multiply and divide by 1 plus cos x and 1 plus cos x. Now here, this is 2 into limit x tends to 0. Now here clearly it is 1 minus cos x and 1 plus cos x, that is 1 minus of cos square x, and in denominator it is x square into 1 plus of cos x. Yes? Yeah. Now 1 minus of cos x square x is what? Sin square x. Now this sin square x upon x square, it will give us the value equals to 1. Okay. 2 times limit x tends to 0, sin See, 1 minus cos square x is sin square x, and this x square, so I am writing it like this, sin x upon x the whole square, right? And this term as it is, 1 plus cos x as it is. Now the value of this again it will be equals to 1. So this is 2 into 1 into limit x tends to 0, 1 upon 1 plus cos x. So it is 2 into, right, here it is 1 upon 1 plus cos 0 is equals to 1. So 2 into 1 upon 2. So answer is equals to 1. Okay. So we have just used two formulas, sin 2x, that is 2 sin x cos x, and here also we have used 1 minus cos square x is sin square x. Nothing other than that. Okay, so here there are lots of problems, you can solve it. Now we will see the next method, which is called substitution method. Substitution method. Okay. Now in this method you will observe that the function, the limit will extend, the value of x will always tends to pi upon 2, pi upon 3, pi upon 4 and like that. Okay. And that term will involves in denominator as well. For example, we will take example number 1 from page number 149. Okay. So we will take problem number 1, page number 149. Evaluate limit x tends to pi upon 2 Okay, so you have to understand this is the problem of substitution, because if you use x pi by 2 you will get infinity over here. Okay, so we will substitute the denominator x minus pi by 2 as some new variable t. So let, that means from here x will be equals to what? T plus pi by 2. We are changing the variable x into t, but we have the limit for the x, right? So that's why we have to use find out the limit for the new variable as well, that is t. So whenever your x tends to pi by 2, then t will tends to, what is the value of t? It is x minus pi by 2. Then t will tends to x minus pi by 2, which is equals to pi by 2 minus pi by 2, which is equals to 0. So whenever your x tends to pi by 2, t will tends to 0. So your new function become t tends to 0, right? X tends to pi by 2 means t tends to 0. How to find out the limit of the t? Just substitute the value of x in this t. So pi by 2 minus pi by 2 0. Then t will tends to 0, and here it will become x की जगह पे हम लोग लिखेंगे this is t plus pi by 2, right? Divided by x minus pi by 2, it is equals to t. Yes? Now we know that cos of theta plus pi by 2, it is equals to minus sin theta. Okay, allied angle minus sin theta. So this is equals to t tends to 0. Cos of t plus pi by 2, it is minus sin t upon t. Now take minus out, minus, okay, limit t tends to 0, sin t upon t is equals to 1. So the answer is equals to minus 1. Okay. So this is how about substitution method. We will take one more problem based on this. We'll do problem number 2. Evaluate okay, x tends to a. So here x tends to a and x minus a is there. So we will substitute this as, let x minus a is equals to t. Therefore x will be a plus t. So whenever your x tends to a, your t will tends to 0. Right? If you substitute a here, so a minus a is 0. So therefore this will become limit t tends to 0. Okay, we will substitute the new variable. Cos of x is what? A plus t minus cos a as it is divided by t. Okay, cos a plus t minus cos a upon t. Now we know that cos a minus cos b, it is 2 times sin. We have used that formula. We will use that formula 2 times sin wala. Okay. So here we are using cos c minus cos d. The formula is minus 2 times sin c plus d upon 2 into sin c minus d upon 2. Okay. So we'll use this formula here. So it will become, okay, I am just rubbing it, limit t tends to 0, okay, minus 2 times sin this plus this, a plus t plus a upon 2 into sin this minus this, a plus t minus a upon 2 divided by t as it is. Now this and this a will get cancelled. Now here a plus a 2a plus t upon 2. So I am taking this minus 2 out. Limit t tends to 0. This is sin 2t plus a upon 2. Okay. And here it is sin t upon 2 the whole divided by t. So we have got till minus 2 times limit sin 2t plus a upon 2 and plus sin t upon 2. Now we will separate t to both of them. Here this is 2a and t. Okay. Now we will simplify it. So this is equals to minus 2 times limit t tends to 0. Now here it is sin, this a and this 2 will get cancelled, a plus t upon 2. Right? If you give 2 to here and here, if you separate it, then it will be a plus t upon 2 plus sin. See, this is in the multiplication, right? Minus 2 times sin. So what we will do? We will give this t to the second term. We will not use it for the first term. So we will give this in sin t upon 2 divided by t. We will give the t, the t in the denominator, we will give it to the second term. Because we know the formula sin theta upon theta is equals to 1. So we will make that formula here. Minus 2 into, we will split the limit. See here t upon 2 is there, so we will multiply it by, multiply and divide it by 2 to make it t upon 2, right? So here this 2 will go come out as half, right? This is 1 upon 2 and we will apply the formula for this term. So minus 2, if you put 0 here, so it will be sin A right? Plus 0, that is sin A. Here it is 1 into half is also there. The answer for this is 1 and half is also there. Now this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. So answer will be minus sin A. This is the final answer, minus sin A. Okay. So this is how we do the method of substitution. So this is the final answer. It is equals to sin A.